Don't forget to send me the share factor.
Oh, I already started it. You mean just so you can see the full screen?
Yeah.
It should have prompted you already.
Okay, I got one now.
Eric, thank you for joining. We are just trying to get started here, get some people primed up to watch. For some reason, my Facebook or YouTube is not opening on my phone. James, if you can get Facebook to open on your phone, can you share it to the page and group? Because it's not letting me open mine for some reason.
Well, I still don't have it on my side. I thought that was an invite I got, but that was actually for Grand Theft Auto. Okay, I got it.
There you go. Who's listening to Japanese stuff? Must be our Spanish broadcast partner, Hector Dominguez over there, chatting away. Alright, Hector, I know you're primed and ready, but if you don't mind turning that down so as you're streaming your voice over the American side broadcast channel here on us.
Alright, I am sharing to the hybrid page now.
Alrighty. Appreciate that, because it's not letting mine open for some odd reason. Here we go. Alright, for those of you that are jumping in here, give us just a second. As always, we are getting shaved to the different groups and such. Looks like Hector's having a little difficulties bouncing back and forth there for some reason. That's all that's on right now, buddy. No, it looks like the walking weapon has shared us to the chat, so that's good. Alright, you might as well get rolling into it. We're about 10 minutes or so behind. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Hybrid Wrestling Alliance. As always, Stephen Benoit Jericho here. We are on episode number 2 of season 3, ladies and gentlemen, back to Pandemonium. Here beside me at the announce booth, we've got our Spanish channel's announcer, Hector Dominguez. What's that you're drinking there, Hector? A little jungle juice. All right, I won't ask what's in that cup. Myself, I've got my Black Rifle coffee here. A little bit of caramel swirl in there because I'm feeling a little risque tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And my store brand bottle of water. And here beside me, flanking the other side on my left, is the El Presidente, James Black, ladies and gentlemen. James, what you got in that cup? That's an interesting looking glass you've got there.
Actually, I received a gift from Tony Mercer, and he called it Spirit Juice. So we're going to try this out and see what we're looking like tonight.
So we've got Jungle Juice and Spirit Juice. That's a interesting combo here. All right, if everyone is ready, let's get rolling into the show. Don't forget, at the end of the month here in February, that Road to Glory pay-per-view. All right, folks, as it's stated there in the intro, we will be having a new updated Pandemonium introduction video coming here shortly, folks. So stand by and just deal with the old one first of all. But coming up first, we have Calvin Ricks making his way down to the ring. This is the first of our Road to Glory qualifying matchups. Calvin Ricks making his HWA debut here tonight. We couldn't keep this man out of the tournament, as highly recommended as he has come. The can't remember what his moniker is. He's the Strong Style Genius, I believe he is called. J.K. Ross checking in, as well as Eric Willie. Who else we have? Matty 8-Star, who's not on the card here tonight, but he is here supporting the locker room for Pandemonium. You can see new updated arena.
It's always a good sign that things are changing. And I'll say this as far as Calvin Ricks go, I don't know much about him, but we had a great conversation doing contract signing, and he's pumped and ready to go, as you can see here tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
He may be new to the HWA, but he's definitely not new to the sport. He's been in the game for a long time, as has this man, the Oakland original Rob Anderson of the Black Label Society.
And again, this is one of those reasons that I just absolutely love Hybrid Wrestling Alliance, because this is the place where people from all around the EFED world come together to prove themselves. And you can see that right here with the Black Label Society.
That's why we are Hybrid, bringing in different styles of these EFED shows, bringing in people from Instagram and different outside EFED communities that may not always know each other. A great example is this match right here, James. You put together a couple superstars from outside our normal community, and they are doing battle here in the first match of this opening round of the Road to Glory tournament.
Absolutely, and we see that the Nightbot is asking who's going to win this match, and I'm asking the same question for those of you who are watching live right now. Who do you have winning this match here tonight? Personally, I like Calvin Ricks. There's something about him that tells me he's going to pull this one off. But hey, let's see.
James Black, the president, voting for Calvin Ricks. Who do you got in this one, Hector? We got 2 votes for Calvin Ricks. Hell, I might as well go a little bit different here, and I'll vote for Rob Anderson. I actually saw him in XIW defeat Devil Dog in a one-on-one match, a 5-star match for sure, with this man, the 1%er, coming out on top, Rob Anderson. Rob Anderson, longtime fixture over in King's Court Wrestling, another friend of ours. New relationship with those guys. If you haven't seen them already, check them out. Not a lot of advertising in this episode, folks, because we wanted to have more action. We had a lot that we have to get done as far as match-wise, so a lot of our shout-outs are going to come via the voice brand. Rick's now with the black and gold pants on here, the wrestling tights. Started off strong, but Rob Anderson, the bigger man, slowing things down, working on those arms now. Both men great when it comes to striking here. Anderson a little beefier, a little more brawling style, but definitely no slouch when it comes to striking ability.
Nice tiger bomb from Calvin Ricks there. Interesting thing is to see Rob Anderson wrestling with a chain on there. Interesting to see if that would actually such a big knee to the face, but interesting to see if that chain will come into play here at all.
I think if he's fighting anyone of a lesser moral standards than Calvin Ricks, then he may have to worry about someone grabbing a hold of that and using it as a weapon. But the strong style genius, he's a fair player here and doesn't really resort to those dirty tactics, if you will.
Something kind of like what Hired Gun, we know our resident dirty player who recently just won Superstar of the Year, which I do not agree with, for the record. Another big knee to the face. I see a lot of guys use this move, and there it is again. Oh my gosh.
It's used a ton, but very effective. A big straight knee right to the chops. They're while holding the wrist, so they don't have the ability to put their arms up to block and absorb any of the shock of that knee.
Absolutely.
Anderson swinging him around by his neck.
We hear a lot about Suplex City, but these guys are trying to take each other to Concussion City tonight.
Hector, I heard that you got a concussion last time you were hanging out in Mexico. You were, I don't know what you were doing up on a roof with a bottle of the cerveza, but didn't you fall down on the beach or something like that, Hector?
That's what happened to your face, huh?
Hey, Hector is considered a very handsome man in his home country. As
by Mexican standards, he's considered a handsome man, huh?
He is. He's.
Oh, wow.
That is like a giant in Mexico, isn't it? You do kind of resemble like a younger Undertaker. Here's a pin. Rob Anderson, 1, 2, and going for a 3. Did he hit 3? No, referee Teddy Williams, the Terminator Teddy Williams, with just a 2 count here. This man
setting up for something big. Something big here.
Going for a knee to the head. Oh, I thought he got him.
I'll tell you something interesting I'm seeing about Calvin Ricks here. Oh, nice over the head, belly to belly suplex. I was just going to say, he's showing right here in his debut match in Hybrid Wrestling Alliance, in his debut match in Pandemonium. And not only can he take the punishment, but he can dish it out also. Springboard maneuver. What a beautiful maneuver.
The strong style genius showing off his striking right there. The big super kick going upstairs now from the corner, telling Anderson to get to his feet. And now he's flying with a double axe handle, crowning the king right there. What's he going to do? Pulling him to the middle of the ring, going for a pin here. Teddy Williams, 1, 2, and 3, and just a 2 count. As
Teddy
Hector
Williams
used to say, no trace, no trace. And there's another 2. Anderson kicking out here.
Teddy Williams in perfect position there.
The guys out back started referring to Teddy Williams after Starrcade as Teddy the Terminator. He definitely took a lot of beating at Starrcade, James, and luckily he's in as tip-top physical condition as he is to withstand the punishment that he took.
Absolutely. They called him the Terminator, but he damn near got terminated. But because of the punishment that he took, I felt that it was necessary to give him a raise. He took a hell of a beating, which the referees shouldn't do. And, those are things that we'll have to address in the future. But Teddy Williams is absolutely the best at what he does.
Straight kicks to the chops of Calvin Ricks here in a series of those sharp elbows driven right into the sternum. Oh, instead of going for a third elbow drop, just rakes the boot. Dirty play right there from Rob Anderson. Down on the bottom of the screen, you see the flowing locks of Joe Gibson. Joe Gibson, the owner of King's Court Wrestling, bringing his top team here, his top guy and his top team, Black Label Society, and their president, Rob Anderson. And sliding in is Mercer.
Wait a minute.
Mercer, the vice president's had enough.
Oh.
Ring that bell. Disqualification right there.
Well, I'll tell you this, Calvin Ricks got the win, but it wasn't the way that I expected, or the way that I wanted anyhow. But nonetheless, a win is a win.
Looks like Mercer wasn't going to let his president go down like that, being pinned. Came in and put the boot. We can't let that happen anymore, not in a tournament like this.
Yo, Matty 8 Star, what's up, man? I was hoping to bump into you. Look, I was wondering if you had a chance to talk to Juice since Starrcade. I haven't bumped into him at all. I just wanted to have a quick sit down just to see where he stands in all this, just to know where his head is at for this upcoming Road to Glory rematch we have. Not exactly sure how to take his actions.
Nah, brother. I haven't seen Juice since Starrcade. He's been more quiet than usual.
Alright, man. That's cool, that's cool. If you do happen to bump into him, just let him know that I'd like to talk to him for a couple minutes. And also, I've seen what's been going on the page between you and Gorilla. Just be careful, man. Gorilla ain't nothing to fuck with.
Devil Dog and Matt H-Star, a little bit of a conversation there.
The CSWA, the home of new opportunities.
I don't know if Devil Dog and Matt H-Star had an issue with their last paychecks or something. Couldn't afford sleeves here, apparently.
Well, I'll tell you this. I'm digging the shirt, and I'm digging the slides also. So shout out to Devil Dog for wearing and proudly the Pandemonium merchandise.
Absolutely, representing that Road to Glory pay-per-view coming up. Road to Glory is where we will crown the HWA Season 3 King of the Ring tournament, building up through the shows here. You saw in Blaze that they had that big 8-man tag match. That's dividing how they chose to divide things on their side. Here, more traditional side is the next match, bringing in the walking weapon here from Team Tap Out, Jayden Walker.
This man has a lot of potential, guys. I don't know if you are familiar with his work, but this guy right here, along with Prize Fighter, along with Josh Armstrong, these guys have the potential to take over the E-Fed world. And you can tell them I said it.
Absolutely. This brand new member to our roster here, another debuting superstar in this Road to Glory tournament, But he has a huge mountain to climb here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Taking on the curb stomp messiah, Joe Rivers himself.
Do we have any information on the young lady at ringside?
That is Miss Dupree. She is the valet. I don't believe there's any romantic relationship there, but definitely the valet of Jayden, the walking weapon walker.
Well, I'll tell you this, she's in phenomenal shape, and possibly we might be able to get her in one of the divisions here, see what she can do with some of our female talent.
I heard she trains in the same gym, or dojo rather, with Jayden Walker.
Well, let's focus on this young man coming to the ring. As you can see, his shirt reads loud and clear, the curb stomp messiah, Joe Rivers.
Joe Rivers, longtime veteran.
Absolutely. This is a man who's just about done it all in the E-Fed world. But here he is again tonight. With
recently, go ahead, President.
Eyes set on trying to become the king of HWA. And
he held titles here for a long time when we first started. Basically helped us build the brand since day one, and took a leave of absence from here for a couple of years, but seems to be coming back, trying to right the wrongs, he said. And he's another one of those superstars that never actually lost his title during one of the closings.
All right, we have Louis C. checking in. Shotgun checking in. Drew Tanner checking in. CSWA Wrestling also checking in. Hired Gun checking in.
Rookie of, or Superstar of the Year. Sorry about that. Rookie of the Year, Drew Tanner. I saw his name popping up as well. But we've got the Rookie of the Year and the Superstar of the Year both signed over to that Blaze brand.
Absolutely.
The great first showing over there last Friday. If you missed it, make sure you check out our Season 3 playlist right here. Although it did go live from a different YouTube channel, it is in our Season 3 playlist.
Not to take the attention off of the match here tonight, but I will say this about Blaze, and we'll get back to the action. But we have the Rookie of the Year and Superstar of the Year, not only on Blaze brand, but they're also going to be in a Fatal 4-Way match on the next episode of Blaze, because these guys are going to be part of that Fatal 4-Way, trying to determine who's going to be representing Blaze in the King tournament here.
Absolutely. Now, Joe Rivers, this is not where the walking weapon wants to be with a grizzled veteran like Joe Rivers. He doesn't want to be on the outside. The walking weapon wants to be inside, where he's been focusing most of his training, try to get Rivers down on the ground and try to get a tap out for Team Tap Out here. Now, Zulite checking in, the professor of hardcore.
Well, I'll tell you this, SBJ, you say he doesn't want to be on the outside. Look at him, just your leg is not supposed to bend like that. Is anybody seeing this?
Joe Rivers is a great kicker, so I'm sure that he's very flexible and maybe able to take some of that manipulation more than the common man would. And I saw Mike the Money, or Money Mike rather, checking in here. Mike Jeter, thank you for checking in. One half of the Southern Smoke Boys, our HWA Tag Team Champions. And, Rivers going for one of those big kicks. Jayden Walker ducking under it. And now Walker with a body slam and stomping on the former world champion.
Listen, I'm going to tell you something. Joe Rivers is in trouble. And it's clear to see that early on, because Jayden Walker has a game plan. It looks like he's trying to take the legs out right from under Joe Rivers. You see he's already missed with one super kick. But let's see how things transpire here.
it'll be really difficult to pull off that curb stomp or that outside crescent kick that Rivers is known for if his legs are beat up too bad that he can't get the torque in them.
Absolutely. Now I'm going to ask a question also here. Look. And these guys, and you can see Joe River is well versed in the submission and technical moves also. But I would like to know who you guys think is going to win this match tonight.
Exactly. Nightbot wants to know as well. You don't want to aggravate the Nightbot. In a spinning neckbreaker right there from Joe Rivers, trying to soften up the head area so we can put him away with one big curb stomp. Zule has zero cares about who wins this match, apparently. Now, Jayden Walker dropping the face of the veteran off that turnbuckle and now delivering a series of right hands. Anyone that comes to the ring with his hands taped up the way that Walker has his, you know there's going to be some punching happening.
Absolutely. Now, let me say this about Zulite also. First of all, welcome to Hybrid Wrestling Alliance. And secondly, it's pretty clear to see that he doesn't give a damn about very many things at all.
Especially after his attack after Nightshade won that hardcore championship after a grueling match, and then while she was trying to celebrate, Zulite comes in and clobbers her with a chair. A lot of men. There's just a one count here in the middle of a thought. Joe Rivers going for a pin, right back on the attack wisely. I think he has a little respect for this Jayden Walker here, not letting up on the assault. But where was I going? I get forgetful here sometimes. James, my old age.
Did you see that missed moonsault?
Absolutely did.
You have to wonder if the legs of Joe Rivers have already been weakened. I know he can take some punishment. I know that he can dish it out. But the leg game is very detrimental to Joe Rivers. Look, another kick there is detrimental to Joe Rivers' success here. And if his legs are damaged, I don't see him getting the job done here. And Jayden Walker, they don't call him the walking weapon for no reason. But here's 3 count, 2 count. Oh, that was so close.
Just a 2. It didn't really look to me as if Rivers got all of that one. He didn't have his usual torque behind it. Now setting him up, going for a kick. Looked like he was going to try to set things up for that big curb stomp. Walker saw it coming, battling back now. Rivers here, dragging him over. A shoulder breaker. I'm not seeing what that 2.6 that Zulite has just commented. I'm not sure what he's talking about here. But my thought was that a lot of the men in any wrestling organization have a hard time fighting women. And Walker going for a submission here. Oh, Rivers battles out of that. Oh, match rating. 2.6 match rating is what was voted there. I don't know if I agree with that, but...
Well, let me say this. Also, guys, I want you to keep this in mind. These guys are fighting for the opportunity to become, to advance in the HWA King tournament.
Right so back, working that knee here, James. Looks like Walker now setting Rivers up.
And you see Rivers thriving in pain, grabbing that knee. This does not look good for Joe Rivers here. Oh, my God, what a maneuver by Jayden.
Gets him with that like scorpion death drop here. 2, and there's a 3 count. What an upset. The walking weapon, Jayden Walker, with an upset.
Wow. I wish we can go back and get a replay of Joe Rivers. If you look at his hands, it looks like his fingers were twitching while Jayden Walker was getting the 3 count there. We got to get Joe Rivers checked out here.
Santa Maria. I said it for you there, Hector.
I was not expecting that outcome there.
Absolutely modified Scorpion Death Drop had that hammer lock in. I'm not sure what's going on. It's always hard when you watch a guy like Joe Rivers taking a loss to a rookie like this. And when I say rookie, Jayden Walker, in all sense of the word, is a rookie here in professional wrestling.
Well, I tell you what, we just might be witnessing a Cinderella story here. All right, here we go.
This is not one of the Road to Glory matches, but we get a look at this big monster of a man. The, third brand new wrestler that we've signed here. Sean Crangsley.
This guy is in phenomenal shape. Good God.
He's a monster. I believe he's damn near 7 feet tall. I think he's like 6'9".
Jeez.
Just a brick.
And absolutely taking his time, walking to the ring here.
No hurry, no expression on his face at all. I got
goosebumps right now, man.
Is he staring at you? Who's he staring at? Looks like he's looking right through us.
I think he's looking at Hector, man.
I don't think he likes you, Hector.
He's probably trying to figure out what's wrong with your face.
I believe I heard Hector's mom calling him handsome when we were getting ready for the show here early this afternoon.
Cataracts and glaucoma, huh? I tell you what, this guy, man, is in phenomenal shape. I'm looking forward to seeing what this guy not only brings tonight, but he's going up against MDX here. And I got to tell you, MDX proved himself to me in an amazing fashion at Starrcade. I don't know if he's fully recovered, but he's going to get tested tonight. That's for damn sure.
Taking on a man this size, he better be fully recovered. No matter how good Mad Dog X is after the beating that he took at Starrcade just a matter of a few weeks ago, there's no way in my mind that he's fully recovered, no matter what type of phenomenal shape the hybrid athlete may be in. And speaking of which, here he comes,
God,
top of the ramp.
Huge, man. That guy is huge.
Sporting some new attire as our television champion. The hybrid athlete right there. Look at him.
Absolutely. Proud television champion at that. You know, Drew Tanner made a comment here, and I believe that was about Jayden Walker, that we could potentially be looking at the Rookie of the Year. But I'll say the same thing about the gentleman in the ring, Sean. I can't pronounce his last name.
Crangsley.
Either of these guys could potentially be Rookie of the Year. We could be witnessing history right here, guys. I'll tell you another thing. We have Zulite in the chat here. Zulite could very well be Rookie of the Year.
Zulite not happy that this is a non-title match. Well, the thing is, Sean has not earned a shot at the title as of yet.
I'll tell you what, if he wins this match here tonight, then he's definitely thrusting himself into the top of the list.
Absolutely. You beat a man like this guy right here, the television champion, Mad Dog X. You definitely deserve a shot, at least a huge boost up in the rankings.
Absolutely. And while these guys are getting ready for action, please let us know who you think is going to win this match here tonight. I tell you what, man, and I can't say it enough, MDX really showed me something at Starrcade. I'll be honest, I was not a believer before Starrcade. But at this point, I am a believer that MDX has what it takes to get the job done on any given night against any opponent, and he has his work cut out for him tonight.
It's like Lewis C is voting for Mad Dog, and this one springing through, going for that clothesline that we see Devil Dog use sometimes. But this giant just blocking it with his girth. And look at that, Mad Dog couldn't get him up off the ground.
Jeez.
Just the sheer size. Look at him.
He's huge and going to the top rope. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. Whoa.
Mad Dog use it. Roll this momentum. What power from Mad Dog X right there.
What a feat of strength. Incredible.
Mad Dog X used the momentum of Crangsley coming off that rope, rolled through it in a pure athlete right there. Just used his own momentum to hit a move into it, and now look what's he doing. I thought he was going for that muzzle submission here, trying to wear the big man down. Very smart on the part of Mad Dog.
Look at the agility by the big man. This is incredible. I think we're looking at match of the night right here. I'm calling it right now.
Suplex with a huge clothesline that damn near turned Mad Dog inside out. Mad Dog's skeleton is almost on the outside and his skin on the inside here.
Jesus Christ, this guy is huge.
Look at that, going for a drop kick, just blocking it with his forearms.
Literally brushing him off like a flea. But I'll tell you something. Oh my gosh, I don't know how many maneuvers you can withstand like that. But if there's anybody that can take this guy down, I'm a firm believer that MDX has what it takes to get the job done.
Looks like we've got the Shotgun and Lewis C in the chat having a little bit of a love affair, it seems, there. Both of them in agreement that their match is going to be match of the night. And what the heck was that, Mad Dog? Into a pin. There's 1, 2, and a 2 count. Kicking out is Crangsley.
Check out this guy. They don't call this guy the hybrid athlete for nothing. Look, are you guys watching this? Oh my gosh.
Using all the 265 pounds dropping on this monster. That's what you got to do. If your regular hits and moves don't work, you got to throw all your body weight on him. That is exactly what Mad Dog is trying to do here.
You know, it's something that I don't understand about the roster, about a lot of the locker room also. There was a vote, and they voted for Hired Gun to win Superstar of the Year. Now, I didn't take part in that vote because I like to let the talent choose. But how do you not vote for MDX? Look, this guy is the definition of a hybrid athlete. I don't want to sound biased, but just look with your own eyes. Look, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Unfortunately, Sean gets the knees up there, but this guy is incredible, man.
And what does it say about the man that beat the Superstar of the Year at the biggest event of the year?
Absolutely. This is what I'm talking about. So what are you guys looking at when you choose for Superstar of the Year? That was an incredible knee from the top.
Is that a leaping knee or leaping claymore from the top?
Whatever it was, he definitely connected.
This guy's got like a size 32 foot. Look at him.
Oh, look at this. Look at this.
What?
Oh, my gosh.
2, and there's a 3 count.
So close. So close.
Oh, I thought that was 3.
So
From
close.
my angle, it looked like he hit the mat for the 3rd time. Sherelle looks like she's on my side here with that one. And what the?
Hybrid athlete. That's all you need to know.
I don't know what
athlete.
that was. Hired Gun says there's the body of work, and here he goes. Mad Dog slapping on the muzzle. Can he tap? Make the big man tap out. Go ahead, James. Take that call. The muzzle is locked in tight. You can see the beard. Oh, it looked like the big man flexed his beard muscles and broke out of that hold. This guy's got muscles in his beard, for Christ's sake. Couple big slaps, and now he's got Mad Dog up and delivers a pedigree in the center of the mat. That's it. Mad Dog has got to be done. Teddy Williams sliding in. 1, 2, and Mad Dog kicking out. Crangsley is in disbelief here. Thought for sure he had the win. MDX getting tossed out. James Black having a very heated conversation, it looked like that. James, is there any way you can share what that was about? Or?
Well, we know who that was. That was Sander Cool. And he's saying that he's here in the arena and is waiting to hand deliver the world championship. I don't know what to. This is something different. I've never seen Sander Cool carry on this way.
He's missed several meetings, at 3 or 4, with different excuses. I mean, I've known Sander for a long time, so I don't really know what to think of it. Sander's always been a very honorable man, and look at this. He's got Crangsley up. Oh, gorilla press.
Watch out, he's not done.
What?
Oh,
there's a pin. 2 and just a 2. I don't even think he hit twice.
Yeah,
this man somehow kicking out.
As impressive as that move was, it's going to take more than that. Oh! Uh-oh, setting up for something big here.
Mad Dog
just might be in trouble.
Staggering in a huge spear. That's got to be it.
Over. It's over.
2 and 3. No, what? Just a 2 count. Mad Dog kicked out of pure instinct. He didn't move after he kicked out.
I'm going to tell you something. The most impressive thing about this match right here is that Sean Crangsley hasn't even broken a sweat.
Mad Dog here going for another one of those. What's Mad Dog doing now? Going up top, trying to put the finishing touches.
Oh, my gosh.
Huge elbow drop to the sternum.
Just floating through the air. That was incredible. As you know, as impressive as these maneuvers are, it's going to take something big, something massive to put this big man down. I don't think the high-flying maneuvers are going to do it.
I think he's just trying to use all his body weight as a giant fist.
It's impressive to watch this guy. He's literally looks like he's trying to chop this guy down to size.
Seems as if MDX is getting stronger as this match goes on. What's he gonna do now? Picking him up, and he can't get him up reversal. Right there.
Shout out to Chris Harris. Just joined the chat.
Crangsley with a Dominator! Dropping Mad Dog. And he's not going for a pin. James, for some reason, he didn't go for a pin right there.
Oh, big knee to the sternum. Jesus Christ. This guy
I don't know
huge,
how
man.
Mad Dog has anything left in him. Crangsley is just tossing him around like a rag doll now.
I'm going to tell you something. If I was on this Pandemonium roster, if I was active and I was competing, I would be looking at adding Sean Crangsley to whatever I had going on, because you need a big man to watch your back if you're going to be successful sometimes in this industry. And this guy right here, oh my God, did you see the kick?
Absolutely saw that kick. Mad Dog X wishing he hadn't seen that kick, as he is still staggered. Crangsley right there. That could be the finishing touches. Why is he not going for a pin here?
Turning him inside out with that clothesline.
Close up, the eyes of Mad Dog are closing. There's a 3. No, Mad Dog. It looked like Crangsley let him up.
I tell you what, this pandering to the fans, it's going to come back to haunt him, man. He's got, oh my gosh.
Slingshot clothesline. Crangsley not paying any attention. Rolls over, trying for another submission. It doesn't look like it's in very tight, though. Can't get the arm around that huge neck and head of Crangsley. Wish I had a better angle here.
This is incredible to see Teddy Williams in perfect condition, because one of the shoulders of MDX was on the mat and the second one was so close. But Teddy Williams, being the professional that he is, he was able to see the clear difference there. And MDX right back on the attack again, trying to break this giant down to size.
You can see a lot of his attacks working on the small of the back, that base, that vertical base, trying to take the power away from this massive monster of a man here. Looks like, see if Mad Dog decides to go for a pin to try to put this one away. Here's a pin. There's a 2 count and another
Jesus.
2. For the love of God, what's it going to take to keep this man down?
Uh-oh. There's that muzzle. This is the move right here that's put... I thought he was...
And he did. He tapped out. Oh. Mad Dog did the unthinkable. He just tapped out Sean Crangsley. I don't know what else he could have done. No matter what Mad Dog did to this man, he could not keep him down for a 3 count. But at the end of the day, the superior ground game of Mad Dog X came into play as he locked him up with that muzzle. Global Wrestling Entertainment, thank you for checking in. Welcome to Pandemonium here. As Mad Dog X, the television champion, picks up a win over debuting Sean Crangsley. An impressive debut here.
Absolutely. One hell of an effort by Sean Crangsley here. Incredible. I believe the future is very bright for this guy.
Showcasing a ton of our future talent here tonight in episode 2 of the Hybrid Universe Season 3.
MDX showing why he is the television champion.
Looked like he was holding the ribs there for a second with his right arm.
Rightfully so.
Here we go, getting ready. Hector, you can see he's turned on to the Spanish channel exclusively right now as we roll into the next match for the Road to Glory. This is a huge one, folks. 2 longtime veterans, Lewis C. and the Shotgun Colt Shields, both men returning to action here this year.
And you know what? One thing that's very clear, both of these guys are looking to tear the house down tonight. These 2 guys right here, as incredible as that match was, these 2 guys are looking to steal the show.
He's not going to be allowed to bring that sword down here to ringside, is he?
I'm going to say no, but if he tried to, I would not get in the way. That's what we have security for.
He just shoved that sword right through our ramp. That's destruction of our property right there.
Who's going to tell him no? Are you?
I'm not going to tell the God of War. No, I know better. I've known Lewis for a long time, but someone's got to remove that sword. What if the fight goes up the ramp? Someone's going to get seriously hurt on that.
Well, we've had to upgrade security a bit since Starcade. I believe they can take care of it.
And right on cue, it looks like Big Zach is up there trying to pull the sword. Oh, no, Zach and Dave are both trying to pull this sword out as if it's Mjolnir. Having a hard time pulling the sword out from the ramp. Oh, they finally got it, carrying it off just in time as the Shotgun Colt Shields making his way out there. Welcome back to HWA, Colt Shields. They're serving a lengthy sentence in prison thanks to CFT.
You know, this is one of those guys that while you're standing in the ring watching him walk towards you, you almost become speechless.
Colt Shields, he's got a score to settle with CFT for sure. Look at Colt's right eye. That happened while in prison, as well as a couple more of those scars. Some of them, from battling crocs and snakes in the outback in Australia, but a lot of those are brand spanking new from his stay in prison.
If I had to sum this guy up in one word, he's a warrior for sure. This match tonight, man, you know, I want to say that it's going to be match of the night, but the incredible thing about Hybrid Wrestling Alliance, with the dynamic of the talent that we have here, you're going to be saying that about every match. I guarantee it. And that's the thing that makes HWA exactly what it is.
Colt Shields, we saw him return at Starrcade as well, as he went out there after the goons from CFT came in. Jester Bryant dismantling Matt H-Star and Chris Harris. We saw Colt Shields up at the top of the ramp get his hands on CFT, and then Jester Bryant chased him, trying to catch up to Colt at the top of the ramp, but Colt, wanting no part of that yet, walked out, and Jester didn't get his hands on him. But nonetheless, Starrcade is in the past. Right now, in the present, we've got Colt Shields squaring off against Lewis C. Match that we haven't seen in years, since I don't think I've seen these two do battle maybe one or two other times back in the original.
No, watch out.
A running boot to the face. What a shot right there.
Concussion City. I don't give a damn who you are. You're not going to be able to take too many of those.
Kicked him in the face so hard that I lost my train of thought, James.
Jeez. Big man going to the top rope here. Missing with the splash.
Looked like he reached his step back, just like a Samoa Joe tactic there from Lewis C. Just simply stepped out of the way as if not having a care in the world.
Well, there's one thing that I can see that's clear right from the jump here. Both of these guys are powerful.
Hold on, what's going on?
Wait a minute.
Colt is distracted. It's Jester.
I knew it.
It's Jester Bryant. James, we got to call this right now. We won't call this match out of disqualification. We can't let these Road to Glory matches pick winners out of them from DQ. Colt now fighting back. This is what I can't wait to see. Colt versus Jester. Lewis C is out cold. Has no idea what's going on. Lewis is still down. Doesn't know what's going on outside as Jester and Colt are squaring off. Those huge rights appear a little bit too much for Colt Shields. And what a slam!
You are going to feel that in the morning. Jeez.
This big monster, the beast, Jester Bryant, just has a little bit of retaliation on the behalf of CFT. And now you can see getting to his feet is Lewis. A little bit lost, not sure what's going on. But taking the opportunity, sees Colt down on the outside. Diving crossbody.
I'm going to tell you something. I've been around long enough to know that that guy did not come out here on his own. He was sent by CFT to do a job. Colt Shields, and the numbers game catching up with him again. This is what happens when you have enemies throughout the EFED world.
I'm not sure that Lewis C was part of that or not, but perhaps a flying elbow, 2, and there's a 3 count. Picking up the assist is Jester Bryant as Lewis C wins to advance in the tournament here, the Road to Glory. Lewis C, as far as I know, has no idea what transpired when he was out. All he knew is that he had a big man, the shotgun, that he had to handle once he came through.
I tell you what, Colt Shields was just robbed.
This is a match that I want to see go again, this time hopefully with no interference. What a match it would be, one-on-one, Colt Shields versus Lewis C, if we can keep the interference out of it. Lewis happy as hell, picking up a huge win here, and will advance in the Road to Glory tournament. I honestly don't know. I don't know if Lewis had any idea or was involved at all in that situation right there. Townsend and... Oh, hold on. What's going on here? Oh, it's Manny Diaz. Absolutely, Manny. You're welcome for the invite. We get a look at Manny Diaz, the two-time world champion from Southern Smoke Wrestling here. My Black Rifle coffee is out.
Global Wrestling Entertainment saying we need an enforcer at ringside. I don't know if an enforcer will do you any good. Be with these two guys, to be completely honest with you.
Looks like we've got Alex Priest back. We haven't seen Alex in a while. Apparently, two of his goons are both wearing Undertaker's hat. I don't know how they must have small heads if both of them fit an Undertaker's hat at the same time, especially if they're wearing masks, as Alex Priest says. I have no idea what the heck he's talking about at some point.
But one thing's for sure, Manny Diaz is ready for action here tonight. I've never seen anything from or heard about this guy. But again, doing contract signing, he stated that he was ready to shock the entire HWA universe. And he has the opportunity to do just that here tonight.
Manny Diaz, he is very active and has been over in Southern Smoke Wrestling. At first, this gentleman is pretty quiet, but once he gets rolling, he really has a lot to say. He doesn't waste time babbling about nothing. All his words end up having meaning once it breaks down to it, basically. So pay attention to what this man has to say. And yes, Drew Tanner, the official coffee of the HWA is Black Rifle Coffee. They're not a sponsor, but they should be.
I, for one, am not a coffee guy.
Here comes Manny's opponent in this Road to Glory matchup. The British badass, Daniel Roberts. Found out that we have two British badasses on our roster. So at some point, we're probably going to have a battle between the two to see who has the right to use that nickname here in the HWA.
Shall we call it the Battle of Britain?
We probably shall. This man, Daniel Roberts, and then his British badass counterpart, Scott Adams, who has just recently signed a standout in Ka of Honor and XVPW, looking to expand his territories a little bit.
That's great. I love it when the international superstars take flight here in Hybrid Wrestling Alliance.
Daniel
Incredible.
Roberts signed here a few years ago, but we couldn't quite come to an agreeable contract situation. So at this point, Roberts signing on to a temporary contract. See how things go here. And Roberts now trying to start off. Manny reverses out of it. And, an X-Factor driving the face of one of our British badasses right into the HWA logo here. And Manny, what was that, James? Let's take another look at it right here on my monitor. The athleticism of Manny Diaz.
Incredible. He said he was ready to take care of business tonight, and it looks to be just that. One thing's clear. The speed in this match is so much, well, this match pace, I should say, is so much quicker than the big guys, because the athleticism is going to be on full display here tonight. Just straight slap to the chest.
Absolutely.
Followed by a nasty suplex.
Both of these men have world-class athleticism. What a move! Springboarding off the middle rope into a moonsault. Manny Diaz is flying all over this ring here tonight, James. Kip up from Roberts into a leg drop. These guys are just inventing moves on the spot. Looks like our Dyrgos may have his work cut out for him here.
I was trying not to say it, but you are absolutely right.
Imagine either of these two men taking on the Dragon. The triple threat match between these two and Dyrgos.
Yeah, that would be incredible, man, for
They
sure.
can get some momentum going. Choking him here. A little hangman's choke. The sadistic Manny Diaz.
You know, I was just going to say here, they both might be fast. They both might be agile. But it looks like Manny Diaz has a chip on his shoulder and something to prove here. No wasted motion. Did you see how quickly he went into the pin? No wasted motion at all.
He wants the win here. Standing him up. Here's going for a punch. Blocked by Roberts. Blocked by Diaz. A kick from Diaz. Diaz now whipping him into the corner. Roberts in the corner now in a bad way. Fights out of it. Tossing Diaz into the corner. Going for a series of strikes. Beating Diaz down into the ground. And a couple stomps for good measure. What an exchange right there. And now Roberts going to the top or middle rope. Diaz jumping out of the way from that axe handle. And what a springboard cutter. What a flurry right there, James. Action is just flying here at Pandemonium. The name speaking for itself of this show here tonight.
Absolutely.
Manny there, a little indecisiveness is what he wanted to do with Roberts, perhaps. Roberts, going for an elbow into a pin. Absolutely no wasted motion. And now Roberts springboarding off that middle rope into a crossbody. Right from the other side.
It's clear that both of these guys want to be king of HWA.
Now from the top, Manny gets his knees up.
Whew.
Looked like Roberts was mocking Dyrgos right there. Trying to hit that Dragon's Call. A suplex into a pin, and there's a 2 and 3. Was that 3?
What? That was 2. It was 2. Teddy is calling 2. These guys
for sure I heard a 3 right there.
Oh my gosh. These guys are tearing it up, man. This is if you were sitting in the locker room and
darkness choke right here from Manny Diaz.
His shoulders are on the mat. Come on, Teddy.
Did he count? What is he signaling here? Did he count the 3? Oh no, Manny picks up the win. A submission. I thought he was counting Diaz out. I thought he was counting Diaz out. Let's see if we can get a replay of that.
That's very controversial there.
Roberts hesitating to get out of the ring. I think he believed that he picked up a 3 count right there. Roberts is in disbelief, shaking his head. I don't know if Teddy made the right call on that one or not. I think that was a 3 count.
Yeah, that was a fishy finish there. I don't know about that one.
Regardless, Manny Diaz moving on to the semifinals when it comes to episode 4 of Pandemonium. Jay Mercer making his debut here. The music playing a little bit too loud for the ring announcer, but here he comes. Jay Mercer making his debut. A lot of brand new superstars here in episode 1 as you kind of booked on purpose to get a good look at some of these stars, mixed in with a lot of the veterans. Very good booking on your part there, Mr. Black.
Absolutely. We're doing our absolute best to forcibly move forward the future of the eFed world, and you're witnessing that right here tonight, guys.
Jay Mercer taking on our brand new United States champion right here, Jason Dixon, one of the hottest superstars in the industry right now.
Absolutely. This guy's will to win at all costs is just about second to none.
I heard that he doesn't have his belt on here tonight because it is actually in getting some new plates on and a couple new pieces of bling, apparently. It's the only reason he doesn't have the strap on him here tonight, but that is a United States champion right there on Pandemonium.
Well, one thing's for damn sure, he needs to keep close eye on his championship because you have guys like Sander Cool around, and we wouldn't want the United States championship to go missing also.
I know he's got his one of his best friends, Rich Carlton, actually has the belt guarding it and is actually there on standby with the strap as it gets its new updates.
It's very smart of him. And I'll tell you something else I like. I like all this purple I'm seeing tonight, too.
There is a lot of it on a lot of the different superstars, isn't it? Right off the bat, we saw Devil Dog sporting it, not only in the ad for Road to Glory to open the show, but still wearing that merch, the Road to Glory, purple Road to Glory merch, when he was backstage chatting with Matt 8-Star earlier in the show.
And now, I'll also say this. I don't know if these guys are representing Pandemonium or if they're showing their appreciation for the megastars. But either way, I like what I'm seeing here. Oh, my gosh. Did you see that?
Absolutely did, driving the face of this young man right into the thinly padded floor. A little...
Well, I'll tell you what.
Bip and bop right there. It faked him out and then delivered just a simple little straight knuckle to the face.
And stomping on the hand of Mercer. And I'm going to ask the same question here. Who do you guys want to see win this match tonight? Or who do you think is going to win? I think the clear favorite has to be Jason Dixon.
It's very difficult for anyone to bet against Jason Dixon, no matter who Dixon is facing.
But I tell you what, this Mercer, his confidence allows him to do some incredible things in the ring, just as you see him reversing this maneuver here with a nasty right-handed slap, and then a maneuver like this is what I'm talking about when it comes down to the confidence. Mercer is second to none.
Jay Mercer, ladies man looking kind of playboy type, but usually those guys have their back waxed, don't they?
Look at this. This is Jason Dixon. I've never seen this before. But
that's a move that we're used to seeing a much larger man pulling off. It looked like he was going for a bag tag, but Dixon blocked it.
There's going to be a ton of things in HW, and I personally guarantee. Oh my God, what a maneuver!
How many times did he just flip in the air, James?
This is incredible.
And there's
guys.
just a 2 count as Dixon caught by surprise right there, kicking out, and now what a suplex into a pin. Shoulders are down, and just a 1. Mercer kicking out.
Oh my gosh, the athleticism that you see here in HWA, I guarantee you just don't see this.
3 flipping seconds. That's all it takes. There's a 2 and a 3 count. Jason Dixon rolling out of the ring. Jay Mercer back to his feet real quick, but that's all it takes, as the troubleshooter says, is 3 flipping seconds.
Excellent win here by Jason Dixon.
You didn't have to pull out the troubleshooter. You hit him with the 3 flipping seconds, and that dazed Mercer just enough for those 3 seconds. Here we go. Nope, that wasn't 3 flipping seconds. Here's another look at it right there. Cracking the head of Mercer off the mat just long enough to pick up that 3 count. Mercer pissed off, swearing at the champion. He doesn't think there was a 3 count. Dixon laughing.
Oh boy.
Oh my God, do I miss being on the road with you, buddy. Just one little tip. Don't waste your money on this machine because they're always forgetting to restock the Mountain Dew, man. Just like the wrestlers around here, they're always a little short. Anyways, I gotta go, man.
Like Zoolite here in the background trying to pick up a soda. What's this? Oh, it's Nightshade! Nightshade with a chair beating down Zoolite!
Yes!
Look at the head of Zoolite split open, bleeding all over the place. Backstage, right after John Awesome had a little conversation with Zoolite, Nightshade comes out of nowhere, retaliating with that chair. Now that brings up the question. I don't know if John Awesome was part of that. John Awesome and Nightshade go back a long ways with a partnership. but as do Zulite and John Awesome from their friendship in XVPW.
Well, I'll tell you this. I try not to be biased, but after what we saw from Zulite at Starrcade, I'm actually glad to see Nightshade getting a taste of redemption here tonight.
Nightshade gets a taste of redemption while Zulite catching a taste of steel. We saw him, it looked like it might have been the same chair, James.
Yes, absolutely.
Looked like it was that same dented chair from Starrcade that Zulite used on our new hardcore champion, Nightshade. And those of you that are just watching, our hardcore division is intergender, ladies and gentlemen. It is a co-ed hardcore division.
Now, this is the main event here, ladies and gentlemen.
Absolutely. Dyrgos in the ring waiting for John Awesome. And then here at any moment, we're expecting Sander Cooley, supposed to be coming down that set of stairs right there off to my right, just behind Hector. Got a message about 5 minutes ago, said that Sander would be here pretty much right after John Awesome finishes up his entrance.
Look at the face of John Awesome. This guy has Hollywood written all over him. I'm telling you, this is going to be the next guy that's going off to make movies. This is going to be the next guy that's going off recording albums. John Awesome, he's made for Hollywood.
John Awesome is our world heavyweight champion here on Pandemonium. As you remember, if you watched the Starrcade 2 episode, though, Sander Cool disguised as Dyrgos. Dyrgos was locked in a room somewhere. Sander stole his costume, came to the ring, and actually finished off the match, polished off John Awesome to pick up that winning. What's this, James?
I'm getting a text message actually right now, and Sander Cool is telling me that he's been hung up.
Well.
Okay, what's this?
Looks like you guys don't have a match tonight now. And you know what, Outlaw? I don't think we have a match tonight either. You see, the Southern Smoke Boys came here to Pandemonium tonight to smoke blunts and kick ass. And you know what, Outlaw? I think we're all out of blunts.
Oh, we have no Sander Cool, no title, so there can't be a title match. James Black, do you sanction this? Southern Smoke versus Dyrgos and Awesome? Can we make this happen?
No better opponents than the tag team champions, than the hybrid tag team champions at that.
Well, Money Mike and Jason Michaels not originally on the card, but with Sander Cool not showing up with that World Heavyweight Championship, we can't fight for it if it's not here. So we had Dyrgos and Awesome already in the ring. Southern Smoke Boys here representing Pandemonium backstage, supporting their brand.
Lance Hagen, if you're watching this, you promised me Sander, and Sander is not here. You promised me the Pandemonium World Championship, and I do not have it. We're going to have to take care of business, Lance.
Hopefully Lance is listening. I'm starting to, I hate saying this, James, but I'm starting to lose respect that I had for Sander Cool. There's absolutely no need for this. What is Sander Cool trying to prove?
At this point, I don't think Sander Cool gives a damn about respect. I think he has the one thing that he truly wants, and that is the World Heavyweight Championship. And he did not win it the correct way.
He has the championship, but he's not the champion. So what? I guess I don't understand what Sander's motive is. Is it all just head games on John Awesome and Dyrgos, or on you? And I guess I just don't get it, James. Dyrgos here fighting back, springing from the apron with a spear, slingshot spear through the middle ropes is Dyrgos. Dyrgos is the true number one contender, supposed to be going one-on-one with John Awesome for the title here on Pandemonium. But instead, he's end up teaming up just so we can have us a main event here. A big headbutt from Jason Michaels. I'm a little bit shaken up by these events here, to be honest, James. I'm having a hard time talking and slurring over my words.
Well, let me say this. In the last several matches, we saw a lot of high flying, a lot of athleticism. In my opinion, Dyrgos does it better than anyone else. That's just one thing that I want to say. And two, I'm going to respond to something that I see here in the chat, and that's from Hired Gun. First of all, you have no business asking a question like this at all due to your recent actions. But we'll address that later. But his question is, how does Sander Cool still have a job? That's just it. Sander does not have a job. He is no longer employed here.
Absolutely. Sander Cool, you fired him during a live stream, I believe, correct?
Absolutely.
So Sander Cool, not even an employee here.
Just dumped over the top rope like a piece of southern trash.
John Awesome showing his anger about this situation here, tossing Jason Michaels. Jason Michaels and John Awesome have quite a bit of history over in Worldwide Wrestling. I believe they did battle quite a bit for that, the international title over there, not too distant past.
But I'll tell you one thing that I know. Oh my gosh, look at maneuvers like this. It's just incredible that Dyrgos pulls maneuvers like this off with such ease.
Just graceful.
Let me tell you something. Jason Michaels is not a guy to take lightly. He's not. He's a guy that can get the job done against anybody on any given night.
Absolutely, as we saw them pick up a huge win at Starrcade to win those HWA tag team titles right there.
Yes.
Dyrgos from the top. What's he going to do? Michaels to his feet. Oh, Michaels saw it coming. Steps to the side. That's the in-ring intelligence of the tag champions right there. Jason Michaels sidestepped that big move right there coming from Dyrgos. Great situational awareness by one half of the Southern Smoke Boys here. Money Mike coming in, who actually we heard singing on the mic. Their entrance music is actually performed by Money Mike himself, as Jason Dixon, the same thing, both recording artists as well.
Incredible. We may have to get an HWA soundtrack going.
Absolutely. We enter in like Will King, and we had Tony Loco perform on one episode live as well. Tony Loco, a former member of HWA, not signed here anymore, but Trey Jeter as well.
Dumped over the top rope again.
Tossing it, diving. Out of the way is Jason Michaels, now showing that strength. The champion is not a huge man, but still takes a lot of strength there to pick up 200 plus pounds of beef up over his head. This big Southern boy.
Jason Michaels had me nervous there for a bit. He had John Awesome over his head and turned towards us here at the announce table.
Either the table or that set of steel steps right there, catching one of the corners. Be a hell of a career-shortening maneuver right there.
Absolutely. Maybe he should save a maneuver like that for Sander Cool.
Both teams here tagging a lot.
I shouldn't say that. I'm sorry.
I won't say anything about the professionalism. Tagging in Jason Michaels tags in Money Mike here. Mike against Dyrgos, the two smaller of the competitors in the ring now. I can't quite figure out what Money Mike's fighting style is. He doesn't seem to have any sort of common discipline. It's kind of a mix of a brawling with you picture like a Dean Ambrose early days. He just throws his body off things and prays for the best to happen, and more often than not, the luck of the Irish happens for this guy, and he ends up landing it.
Yeah. He's relentless, to say the least. Nice. Well, Dyrgos grabbing the right knee there.
That we definitely don't want to see from our number one contender before a big matchup. Eventually, hopefully we get a one-on-one match for this title.
Well, I guarantee that we will have a championship
John
match
Awesome
here.
sprinting across the ring, connecting a big forearm shot, and then a neck breaker. John Awesome clearly frustrated with what's going on. It's hard to tell what's going on in the mind of Dyrgos there, that underneath that mask, and Dyrgos just expressionless as always.
Absolutely. That's what I was going to say about Dyrgos. He always remains cool, calm, and collect under pressure. He reminds me of Tom Brady in the fourth quarter. And that's one of the things that I love about Tom Brady. Also one of the things that I love about Dyrgos.
Does Dyrgos have to deflate anything in order to fly as well as he does? Like Tom Brady deflating footballs to make them fly better?
Hey. We're not going to talk about Tom Brady like that, okay? We cannot disrespect the GOAT.
Hey, it's all in jest. I had to do it for the people watching. It's all about the ratings. I'm a New England boy myself. You know that.
Now,
Long-time Patriots fan.
I don't know if the question has been asked, but who do you guys think is going to win this match here tonight? We know that we actually have the tag team champions. Of course, these guys are more prepared for a match like this. You know, this is what they do. This is their bread and butter. But then you have the world champion and the number one contender who also they're just phenomenal athletes and can get the job done. This is an incredible match here, guys.
I really don't know who to pick in this one, James. Like you said, we got the tag team specialists right here, the champions here, the Southern Smoke Boys, who just, they're a family. These guys do everything together with Sleazy and Cooter. And it's more than just a team with these two. And then we've got the world champion, like you said, world champion John Awesome with the number one contender, Dyrgos. Dyrgos, a tag team expert in his own right.
Absolutely.
Tagged all the time with his twin brother Martrix, who heard we just signed Martrix.
Yep, absolutely we did. So now that brings me to my next question. What does it mean for the tag team champions if they actually lose here tonight? What does that mean for them?
I have no idea. This is not a tag divisional matchup just kind of thrown together here. So, I mean, if Dyrgos and Awesome decided to join up or something in the tag division, look at that. Money Mike just knocking Awesome off the apron, diving.
Oh, my God.
Foot stomp on the champion. While inside, Jason Michaels has a choke on Dyrgos.
These guys have turned it all the way up to 10.
They're trying to answer that question for us right here. Divide and conquer. They spent a lot of time.
1 count. 2 count.
And there's a...
Oh, my
is that
God.
a 3? No, just a 2.
That was 2. That was so close.
John Awesome being pulled up the ramp. You can see Money Mike checking every now and then to make sure that Jason Michaels still in command, and then he goes right back to work on John Awesome. What a great strategy here from our tag team champions.
Absolutely. I think my microphone might have been a bit too loud when I asked the question, what does it mean for them if they were to lose this match? Because these guys have kicked it into high gear. Dyrgos beginning to mount a little bit of offense here, going to the top rope. Jumps over Money Mike.
Looked like he broke it up there. He distracted Dyrgos for a second, kept him from doing a move. What a move! Dyrgos has zero give up in his body. John Awesome, he's got to be hurt, but he's back on his feet. John Awesome looking down at Money Mike, going for the pin here as Michaels is 2, and there's a 3 count. The Southern Smoke Boys, their divide and conquer method works out perfectly right there. World Tag Team Champions.
I'm going to tell you something. John Awesome allowed Dyrgos to be pinned. You look at him. He's standing on the apron just watching.
I absolutely did see that. I was expecting Awesome to dive in and break that up, to be honest. Maybe sending a message to Dyrgos. They are not friends. They are not partners. He'd rather Dyrgos pick up a loss than go in there and show any type of weakness, perhaps.
Absolutely. An amazing night here on Pandemonium. Amazing night.
We didn't have the main event we wanted, but...
Correct. So, this is what we're going to do. And I know we haven't discussed this with the rest of management, but I think what we're going to have to do at this point, if Sander Cool does not return the World Heavyweight Championship, we're going to have to create a new one. I would much rather the one that Sander Cool has, because that has all of the HWA prestige. But if, I'm man, I don't know. It's a tough situation here.
Have just a fill-in title or something. I don't know if it's going to have the same emotional attachment as the real title will have, but we've absolutely got to do something. You're 100% right, James.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll put some thought into it over the next couple of days or so, and then maybe I'll go live one day and we'll reveal what we're going to do with this situation. But something has to be done, because as of right now, Sander Cool is holding HWA. He's holding Pandemonium hostage, and this is something that we cannot allow to happen.
Absolutely, that world title, the big belt, the representation of who our company is, being just carried around in grocery stores and concerts and made a mockery of, basically, by Sander Cool. I hate seeing it, and I hate thinking that Sander would do this maliciously and on purpose, but I'm definitely leaning towards that right now, and it's a hard pill for me to swallow after the history that I have personally with Sander Cool, being invited over to their home. He and Nora's home for dinner several times, and it's just, I've never seen Sander like this before.
And I'll tell you another thing that's very odd in this equation. We haven't heard from Nora either. That's one of the most odd things about this whole thing. But it
all stemmed when we remember we had to have that Nora Cool versus Lance Hagen matchup. Ever since that day, it's like something in Sander has snapped.
I don't know, man. I'm at a loss for words at this moment. But we got to do something here.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for watching. Make sure you hit that like button. If you watched through and didn't hit it, make sure you pop back on and give us a big like. It means a lot to us, and it only takes, 0.13 seconds or 0.01 seconds or whatever it is to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And so you don't miss any of the action as soon as it pops up. Hit that notifications bell too while you're at it. And on behalf of the HWA, any last words, James?
Yes, I absolutely want to tell you guys this. I want you to remember, the way that we're going to determine who has the main event spot for our joint pay-per-views is by which show has the most views. Whether it be Pandemonium or Blaze, that is up to you. For those of you that are on the Pandemonium roster, you have the ability to make sure that your show has the main event spot. Blaze has the same opportunity. So it's up to you guys to make sure that we get those likes. It's up to you guys to make sure that we get those shares. It's up to you guys to spread this stuff like wildfire if you want to see your show in the main event spot.
Absolutely, folks. Share it up, put it on your page, get your friends to like it, introduce our product to people who may not see it. That's how
Absolutely.
We are going to win as a brand. But regardless, folks, thank you for watching. Great stuff. I can't wait to see what transpires on the page here throughout the rest of the week, Pandemonium week. And that's it. Join us again on the next episode of Blaze, which we are aiming for, what, James? Next Thursday, I believe, was being talked about. Next Thursday on Blaze.
And on this next episode of Blaze, we are going to find out who's going to represent Blaze on the Road to Glory tournament to determine who is the king of HWA. I believe in this match we're going to have Drew Tanner, Hired Gun, Sadistic Joker, and there's one more guy who escapes my mind right now. But it's going to be a fatal four-way elimination style match to determine who's going to represent Blaze in the Road to Glory tournament. Also, we're going to be hearing from the new Blaze World Champion, Lance Hagen.
Big stuff coming up, folks, for sure. Thank you for that, James. On behalf of the rest of the Hybrid Wrestling Alliance here at the Pandemonium brand, thank you all for watching and have a great night.